Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Minecraft AMA. My name is Michelle. This is Michael, and this is Trent. We'll be answering all your questions that you have. Let's get started, and Michael's gonna say an overview of what City Champs is for Minecraft.
City Champs Season 4. So this is the fourth season we're doing this. This is a national in-person competition. We're gonna have 16 teams nationwide. You join your local city club. You join a team on that city club, and you'll compete in 4 different game modes in City Champs with your teammates throughout the regular season, all vying so your city can win the title City Champs.
So we have some new changes for this Season 4. One of the big things that we're doing is we're allowing the Bedrock Edition to play. So that will be for iOS, Android, and Windows 10 devices. We won't be allowing the Switch or the 3DS though, just because of the way that those connect to a server. It doesn't really work for a multiplayer game. With that too, we have some new divisions. So we have all the same 16 cities. They're just reorganized into a little bit different divisions. The West will still be LA, Seattle, San Francisco, and Vegas. And then the Northeast will be Chicago, New York, Boston, Philadelphia. Central will now be Phoenix, Denver, Dallas, and Houston. And the last one is the Southeastern Division, which is DC, Atlanta, Miami, and Tampa Bay. One of the big differences this season for City Champs is that instead of having it be like in the past where it was just 4 cities all playing against each other, like 60 players in one big game mode, it'll now be a 5v5 type matchup where it's more head-to-head, city v city, 5-man team versus 5-man team. That way it's a lot easier to either win or lose instead of coming in 10th and a half place. The schedule, it will still be 5 weeks, where week 1 is practice, where you get to get your team, meet your teammates, meet your city, get your city jersey, and then go through a meet and greet. And then it will go through a round robin where you will play all the teams in your division 3 times. So you'll play 2 matchups each day, where the first half of the day would be like LA versus Seattle, second half of the day would be LA versus San Francisco. We are using a little bit fewer game modes this season. Instead of 7, we're going down to 4, and they're all 5v5. So we still have Soccer, Domination, and Mayhem. And then a new game coming this season is Payload. And Payload is, if you've ever played Overwatch or Call of Duty, it's the game type where you have a cart and then you have to escort it across the map, where the team that's escorting it has to kill any of the defenders that are coming in and trying to push it back the other way. So it's a little bit like a tug-of-war type game. And then with that, because we're moving to more head-to-head matchups, it's win or loss. We don't have victory points or anything like that, so there's no confusing, I won, but we were still short 50 points. Instead, it's either you win or you lose. So what this new format does for us is that if you win by a ton of points or you lose by a ton of points, you're still either 1-0 or 0-1, and then the next week you have equal chance to then just get back to be 1-1 or 2-0. At the end of the day, the city with the most 5v5 wins, individual wins across all the game modes, will end up winning that day.
Yeah, and a lot of these changes were introduced to City Champs Season 4 really in response to what our audience was saying. They didn't like the idea that if you had more players, you had an opportunity for more points. So we're really trying to balance everything out so that way everyone has like an even playing field and really make for some competitive 5v5 modes that can be really entertaining for both the players and spectators and really kind of allow you to get to know and play with your teammates.
How does scoring work in the individual game modes?
The scoring isn't, for each individual game mode, isn't changing up too much. For Payload, you want to be the team that's able to escort the payload all the way to the end. For Mayhem, it's team deathmatch now, so it's not free for all, it'll be a team deathmatch game. For Domination, it's still where the points are all around capturing the objective. So in the last season, it was 60 players in one big map with 5 capture points and 12 teams. So it was really difficult to get and keep a point captured. Now it's just going to be 5v5, 3 capture points, so there's a good chance, one team will have 1, and then the other team will have maybe 2, and then or a neutral capture point. You'll earn points for how long you have those objectives captured, and then whoever has the most at the end will win. And then Soccer now, instead of being 3 rounds of 3 minutes each, it is a best of 3. So you'll play 3 games against the same team, and you just have to win 2 of those to come out the winner. Saw Ninja Craftable 25 in Twitch asked, is Workshop still a game mode? And it is not a game mode in City Champs anymore, not for this season.
Why can't I play on a team with my friends or choose my teammates?
To make things fair, we have everything random, and this also really encourages you to make new friends, be able to play with your teammates, be able to find new people to play with, and really strategize with the team as opposed to maybe just playing with your friends. That being said, you're all part of the same city club, you're all part of the same team, you're all playing towards the same goal together, you'll be able to work together and strategize both in the theater and out of the theater. Just your 5v5 team might not include with your best friend, but include new friends.
Shout out to Haley Bomber in the Twitch chat. She says this sounds fun, and you know what? It's a lot of fun.
It's mad fun.
It's really an experience unlike any other. What version of Minecraft does Super League use?
For City Champs, we're going to stay on 1.12.2 for the Java edition. We built our game modes on that version, our most recent updates on that version, and with the 1.13 changes, our games would significantly change, and we're doing our best to keep everything standardized. So we're sticking with 1.12.2 for Java, and then for Bedrock, right now we're on 1.6, but there's always a chance that Microsoft updates Bedrock again before the season starts. So Bedrock will be on whatever the latest edition is.
Trent, can you just clarify the difference between Java and Bedrock for anyone who might not know?
Yeah, so Java Edition is if you're playing on like your MacBook or you have like a nice laptop and you're playing on the normal or the original computer game. The Bedrock Edition is if you have Windows 10 and you're on the Windows 10 client, or if you want to play on your phone, like your iPhone, your Android phone, the version on the phone is the Bedrock Edition.
Can I switch back and forth between Bedrock and Java?
Great question, and the answer is no. Unfortunately, you can't. Even if you come week 1, you bring your laptop, you sign in, you bring your phone, or like you forget your laptop week 2, you only have your phone. We wouldn't allow you to play on that just because the way the teams are set up, scoring, the stats, our website, and everything, we can't allow you to switch between devices.
In the first week, the practice week, you're going to be getting kind of a challenge book, which will feature some maps, some information, where you can take notes with your teammates, be able to strategize and figure that all out. We really want all of you guys talking to one another, strategizing, filling out paperwork, making sheets, taking notes.
Is there anywhere I can practice the game modes beforehand?
We've heard the request from the last 3 seasons that we've done this, where everybody just wants to be able to practice the game modes. They want to be able to, strategize with their teammates. And we are working on getting it so you can create your own private server and have the game modes ready to practice with yourself or your team. We're just not sure when exactly that will be ready, but we'll let you guys know.
We have a very common question that we get for City Champs, and that is, can I play from home?
No. So this is a team-based in-theater experience. The idea of sitting side by side with your teammates. If you have not done the in-theater experience, it really is something special where you get to be with your teams. You're all wearing your jerseys, just like Michelle is modeling here, and you have your laptop there. You're strategizing, you're talking. In between matches, you're able to kind of figure out how you can improve for the next game. If you're a little unsure, come to practice day. We think you're going to love it.
Can I bring my desktop to the theater?
That'd be a little difficult and cumbersome. We do, we've added additional devices this year with iOS and Android devices now being able to participate in City Champs, and we do encourage mobile devices like laptops, cell phones, or tablets for this gameplay experience.
Will team capacity become bigger?
The teams are staying the same size. It'll be 5-man teams. So like just as you come to the theater, you'll log in, you'll get placed on your 5-man team. It'll still be, Team A, Team B, Team C, all the way down. And it's still 60 players per auditorium, so up to 60 per city. How we're dealing with the past issue of kind of having mismatched city size where, LA always had a huge team, whereas, somebody like Vegas where they had a lot of good players, but they didn't always necessarily have the numbers that LA did. We'll match it up where the points will only matter where however many teams Vegas has, that's how many teams LA will be playing against. So if LA has 12 teams, Vegas has 6, then it would be, the first 6 LA teams against all the 6 Vegas teams. The next game mode, it would swap out, where then the 6 LA teams that sat out would then get to play those 6 Vegas teams. And what those other 6 teams will be doing is they'll be thrown into a zombies game. And that zombies game will be going on throughout if it's domination for that 10 minutes, where all of our game modes are 10 minutes. And then after those teams sit out in zombies, they would then get put into the next game, and then the 6 LA teams that did play the game before would then go into zombies for the next round. That way, every team will get a chance to play as many as everybody else, whereas it'll just be like Little League where, no team would sit out twice before everybody's at least sat out once. People that are in the zombies matchups, they will not be earning any points. That way, it's always however many teams the smaller city has is how many points or how many matches there will be. So those extra zombie games will not be earning points, correct.
Can I change my Minecraft username after I've purchased a ticket?
I've definitely changed my username quite a few times over the years, but the answer is no. Similar to how we can't allow you to switch between Bedrock and Java Edition mid-season, the way that our systems work, we don't allow you to change your names between events.
Do parents and spectators need a ticket to attend?
No. So the only purchase needed is to actually register for the event. If a parent or a sibling wants to come join in or a friend wants to cheer you on, they are more than welcome to join in the auditorium and find a seat.
Are there any tiers in Minecraft City Champs?
Great news is no, we're not doing tiers. I know that we've done that in the past where we had, like you would win 1.5 point multipliers based on team A through C or something, but no, it's just since teams are randomly assigned, we're not doing any tiers. It's all going to be just, team A through H. The other thing to note too is that those teams that are in the Zombies games, they won't be up on the big screen, so that way the people that are playing, the competitive matches will be the ones that are spectated. So it'll give everybody a lot better chance to be featured up on the big screen more frequently.
Wouldn't it be hard for mobile players to play against computer players?
Yeah, so that's something that we've been experimenting with this summer. So this summer we ran our boot camp events where it was the first time where we allowed crossplay, and we had some interesting results where for soccer it was definitely a little bit more challenging just because of the whole running around and turning your direction and hitting at the same time is a little bit difficult. But in our other games like Domination and Zombies, I know in Domination we actually had the second place player was a mobile player. And then a good thing to note about this too is that the heroes that we've used in previous seasons, which have the abilities and power-ups, we're moving away from those a little bit to kind of make the kits a little bit more standard and easier to use no matter which device you're on.
Yeah, and this also goes back to us really trying to embrace what our audience is saying. Being able to play on different devices besides laptops was one of our most requested features. And so we're excited to bring that. We introduced it in boot camp. We're able to have individuals play on both PC and mobile together, and now we'll be having it in City Champs. So that way, you'll be able to invite more friends. So if you don't have a laptop, or you just have a mobile device, you'll be able to participate, join in, and really opens up the City Champs experience to a much wider audience across the entire Minecraft community.
Will there be new shirts this season?
Yes! The answer is absolutely yes. We are so excited about the new jerseys. Season 2 and Season 1 were like white with like the alternate color up here. Season 4 are going to have brand new designs. They're going to look like nothing you've ever seen before. We are so excited for them.
Yeah, and so as a Minecraft City Champs participant, every person who registers and purchases a ticket and comes to compete does get the jersey. So you are part of the team, you are part of the Tampa Bay Dungeoneers, you're a part of the LA Shockwaves, and that is yours to keep. And it's a pro jersey. It's awesome.
Are you guys fixing the servers this time?
We've definitely had some tech issues in the past. I will say we've definitely hired a lot of really talented people since the last season. And with that too, the way that the servers are structured a little bit is that the way that a lot of players would experience lag is because they were put in, these matches with 60 other players with, all these special hero abilities, and that could create just a lot of client-side lag where your computer isn't keeping up with what the server's doing a little bit. With just a 5v5 environment, it'll be a lot easier for, your computer to perform really well and for you to not have any issues on the server.
How do I play?
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. If you go to superleague.com, and then what you do is you'll be able to, with your parents' permission, be able to sign up and be able to purchase a ticket. We're currently in 16 cities. There's a whole map up there, so you'll be able to figure out who and where you can play. And yeah, I think big thing to note right now is that if you sign up before September 14th, you save $20. And so that way you can get a good deal and be able to participate in everything. All the requirements of what you need are there. You will need a laptop or mobile device capable of running Minecraft. You bring that to the theater and you join up with your team and then fight for your city.
That seems to be all of our questions. If you have any more, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter at SLG Minecraft. So thank you guys for tuning in and see you in City Champs. Bye.
Thanks, guys.